A very good day to all my listeners all across the globe. Welcome back to my podcast, which is George Nathaniel, and this is George Nathaniel for you. As I always do, I come back with simple and relevant podcast. All my topics are simple topics that relates to happiness, progress, and of course, wellness in life. Well, what is my podcast or what is my topic for today? My topic for today is commuting on workday. Well, when I say commuting on workday, I'm talking about every new day. Because every new day demands something new out of us. And we need to face off our moments in every new day. So that is the reason why I've called this podcast Commuting on Workday. Well, before I go ahead with my podcast, I always say a few phrases or I share a couple of experiences. But today, let me tell you a nice two-liner that I've read from Henry Bergson. So Henry Bergson said, "The eyes only sees what the mind is able or prepared to comprehend." So if I was to read his lines accurately, I would say, the eye sees only what the mind is prepared to comprehend. It is literally true that we are so full of life's things, so full of life's ongoing activities, and so much involvement across different spheres of our life that we cannot analyze everything at the same time. And we only relate to things that involves us, or we relate to things that we want to understand. So let me tell you something before I go ahead with my podcast or with the topic of the day on commuting on workday. Well, I would share a message that is, get stitched to life well. Be like a needle. Tread well and stitch over moments. Knit well over opportunities and find the pathway to success. So coming to the topic of commuting on workday. Like I said, if each one of us sits down and evaluates our personal lives, our professional lives, we just evaluate the day, how much are we actually involved in getting across the day? It'll really surprise you to know how much of activity that actually goes on, known or unknown to us. So that is enough to prove how strong an individual person is, or how important it is to be strong in our own ways. It is a proven fact in life that knowledge alone does not scale over success. It takes value added moments of uncertainties. It takes those situations, it takes those challenges to get one out of our ordinary best, or get somebody out of their comfort zone, get them to think, get them to get creative, to achieve new goals in life. So when I talk about my topic, commuting on workday, well, I always have a few key takeaways. And these key takeaways are very interesting key takeaways that I have actually researched. To begin with, I would say, let's get back to the time when we wake up. That is the time that we are building over the day. Have we actually realized how difficult it is getting started? How difficult it is, getting prepared over a subconscious mind? Have you ever realized how difficult it is dreaming over what we want to achieve over the day? Well, that happens day in and day out. So since it's become a routine, we actually don't analyze or we don't relate to it too closely. But that itself is a cumbersome task. on daily basis over newer challenges. Next is managing downs. The break of every new dawn comes with new opportunities. So, what we do is we also prepare how to manage our downs. So, we prepare alternate sources to situations, to whatever we are working towards. We stress on unsolved, we stress on things that we don't see solution towards. And most importantly, we tried to figure out a way around things. Next is managing ups. So when I say managing ups, this is a very important thing that we do every day. Every day we are motivated over newer goals. We are motivated over new thought processes. We are spirited to give our best. And most importantly, we relish moments in the past. We relish memories and we value our strengths and efforts. Then comes managing across. So when I say managing across, this is the most cumbersome thing that we have to do. So managing across is being ready, is being prepared, it's engaging, and it's ensuring that we do the things correctly to result or favor in the way that we are looking at things. Then managing actuals. Managing actuals is also something that we need to do. So when we say managing actuals, we believe in our abilities, we believe in our strengths, and we face off. We face off at our best, and we ensure that we result. Then comes another very interesting part of us during the course of the day. That is managing daytime. Something that we don't actually analyze, we don't really understand that yes, we do manage our daytime. So over every phase over the day, we tend to evaluate, wow, so the mornings have gone, we are into noon, or the noon is gone, we are into evening, or the evenings have gone, and now we are into the end of the day. So yes, we manage daytime quite well. So we manage daytime breaking off challenges. We manage daytime accomplishing our goals over phobias. We manage daytime by getting over life's chaos. So when I say commuting on work day, I mean every day we commute over our goals. We commute over achieving something over every new day. Even if you're doing nothing, that still involves doing something. So like I always say, my podcast is all about finding a way to progress, finding a way to higher success, finding a way to building wellness, and finding a way to contributing more to society. So when we relate to commuting on workday, we can evaluate how much of efforts that goes in and day out. And that should give us enough belief in our strengths. That should give us enough belief in our abilities. And that should build bigger goals for us. So listeners, as you sit down and evaluate how much of effort goes in over the course of the day, you would be able to understand how strong you are. You would be able to value how much of life you actually accomplish on day-to-day basis. And once again, I leave you with Henry Bergson's saying, "The eyes sees only what the mind is prepared to comprehend." So let's go beyond that and let's understand how much we achieve on day-to-day basis, and let's believe in ourselves more, and let's take up bigger life goals, and let us add more value to our life's contribution. So, listeners, I hope you enjoyed listening to my podcast, which is Commuting on Workday. I always keep my podcast very simple and very generic because I want each one of you all to sit down with your own situation, with your own goals, and value yourself because each one knows themselves the best. I wish you all a wonderful time ahead. As you'll know, my podcast is available across all platforms, and I also have my blog website, which is georgenathaniel.net. Come and listen to my blogs. Come and put in a request. I'll be more than happy to either talk about it in my podcast or write a blog about it. My podcast and blogs are totally different, but it relates to personal goals, it relates to professional goals, and I try my best to make sure that the time that you invested is meaningful. I wish you all happiness and a wonderful time ahead. Thank you so much. This is George Nathaniel.